The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. 1st down and much more for Henry. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And the Eagles are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Play action. Here's Hurts. And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Second and 10. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. A handoff left, Elliott. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On first down, it's Tannehill. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here's Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
On second down, it's Henry. 50 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here's 2nd and 10. Tannehill. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The give is to Elliott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play that time for the Titans. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A first down carry for Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And he's got it. And it's a Titans touchdown. Chewo Ilanalua. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now a throw here to his running back. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And this is going to be a Titans first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. Caught by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
On 1st down, Henry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. From the 44, Tannehill, the left side completion to Jones. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Tannehill. He completes this one to Mack. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Open space inside the 10, and down to the 7-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Touchdown! Gerald Everett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. They go play action with Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. 15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Forced out to his left. He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. The final shot here before the break. Tannehill looking downfield for Jones. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Throwing is Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat, in every meeting with reporters. This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. It's a big play there on 4th and inches.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Maybe a free play here for Tannehill. Going right back to Jones, this time the connection made. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Again, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Tannehill. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. They start on the ground with Elliott. Tackled by Christian Fulton. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 158 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Flush to his right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And that's complete to Sanders. And he's got this down to the 35.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. With another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's got some space here. The 30. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 25-yard line. It's a big run that time by Henry. They'll run on 1st down. It's Henry, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. On 2nd down, here's Henry. He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He's going to be very close to a 1st down. Good running, but looks like he's a yard short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A give to Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Henry. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting.
Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Milton Williams there on the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Henry. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. The Titans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now it's Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The Titans on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Henry again on 2nd down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Here's Tannehill. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it is starting to appear, thankfully for them, that this is the week they're going to put it all together and end that long losing streak. They're not home yet, but in control in the 4th quarter. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off around the 37. That's now the 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Tannehill's throw here into the hands of Jones. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Julio Jones, the lone receiver left. They'll try and run for it with Henry. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Here's Tannehill. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10.
One play at a time.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Nashville, good night, everybody.